Do you remember those school days when you'd pull a sickie? You know, you'd get the hot water bottle about 15 minutes before your ma came up to call you for school, and you'd put it on your forehead, and you'd not feeling too well, and you'd get the day off. You'd hear your mother calling the school. Mark's not going to be in today. He's no, I think there's a bug going. There's always a bug going, isn't there? But Mark would really be upstairs with the Beano and the Dandy, or I suppose these days the Porno and the Randy. And, Mark is thinking to himself, he's not going to be at school today because he couldn't be bothered his arse. He can't stand the Christian Brothers, and it's mutual. And you'd get the morning, you'd get the day off. And you'd be there, and the soup would be brought up to you maybe around midday. Are you all right, son? Oh, I think I'll be fine once I get over this pain in my arse. And it was great, wasn't it? Just to get 24 hours goddamn relief from the bullshit that goes on. And right now, I think everybody just needs a sickie. Because it's the world, what is it that... Tears for Fears, mad world. Yeah, I personally... Now, I'm lucky because as I'm always saying, I don't get out much. So I'm in here recording most of the day, but when you meet people, I'm going to stay away from certain topics, and in the field of doing the right thing and all, maybe it's the wrong thing, but it's just doing my head in. I cannot cope with this goddamn Gordian knot of bullshit that passes for civilization at the moment. I just can't handle it. Everybody seems to be at each other's throats. So last night, actually, I went out with my beloved wife of 30 years now, and I went to the Olympia Theatre to just get some respite, to see Jack D, who is a beloved comedian. I just love him. I think he's brilliant, and he didn't disappoint last night. But we were sitting there in the Olympia bar before the show, which is known as Maureen's bar. Now, Maureen, if you didn't know her, she's passed a few years back. She got to a good innings, 95 years of age. She was the doyenne. She was a wonderful lady of the Olympia Theatre. When you get staff, and the staff are so good, they become intrinsic to the business. Now, Maureen was the head, she was the manager of the bar there, and she would have known everybody throughout the years. And if you go in, you will see the portraits on the wall of all the people she met and mingled with. Stars like the Tom Jones, Pierce Brosnan, Sinead O'Connor. Famous picture of her giving a snog that was returned by Chris Christopherson, and Van Morrison's there. And who's the new one? She's lost so much weight. What's her name? You'll think of her anyway. I'll think of her. All these photographs were around the place. And Adele, is that right? And I thought to myself, I remember starting in the late 80s and then moving into, certainly well into the 90s. As a salesperson and a corporate salesperson that I was, originally in Xerox, we would take clients out with their partner or their spouse, and we bring them to a show. And things like King of Siam, Blood Brothers definitely comes to mind. What was that one as well? Evita. Oh, what a circus! Oh, what a show! And so you'd have everybody would be out in their casual gear and what have you, and I would pony up to Maureen, and I said, Maureen, I've got 30 people in here tonight. Can we arrange drinks at such and such a table at such and such a time? And then they'll be in for afters and a nightcap. And can we do this? Can we do that? Maureen was a real old Dublin character, and she was brilliant. She was brilliant with people. She was a tough nut as well. And she could F and blind with the best of them. In fact, a great story of hers is that 24 hours before he arrived in Ireland, Pierce Brosnan was over in LA with Liam Neeson. You know Liam, of course. Don't drop the soap in the shower. I'll tell you, I'll give you a good seeing to your back door. Liam was having a chat with Pierce Brosnan. He says, if you are over in Dublin, go visit the Olympia show on and ask for Maureen Grant. So sure enough, of course, Pierce arrived over. I can't really do his voice. 007 he was at the time. And so he was in the green room. And he says, is Maureen Grant around? And Pierce Brosnan's looking for her, kind of thing. So anyway, somebody comes out to the bar and says, Maureen, Pierce Brosnan's looking for you. And Maureen famously retorted, well, he can fuck off. We're up to our necks out here. She was brilliant. And she knew, she had the stories, going back years. There are certain people that are just, salt of the earth. And she was one of them. She had any story about any star, good and bad. She was beautiful and beautiful with people. And as I said, you could leave it all to Maureen and it would be handled, So her claim to fame was she told James Bond to fuck off. Anyway, Jack D was in great form last night. I love Jack D. I followed him from his kind of early days right up to now. I recommend, if you're ever at loose ends, go to YouTube and type in Lead Balloon TV series, and Jack D at his finest is there. And there you go. I've just popped in tonight for the heat. Oh yeah, there was another thing as well. I'm not going to get into it, but I was planning here recently. I plan stuff. I get my diary out and I go, who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to try to sell to? Who do I have to look after? Blah, blah, blah. And normally when you start that process, things start happening. And as I was doing it, my phone went ping. And lo and behold, I had been awarded something that I had chased for years and years. It's to do with voiceover. And I remember getting really enthused about it about 10 years ago and chasing it and trying to qualify for this and that. And it's like the old thing, apparently if you get very, very wealthy or you achieve something, you get to the top of the mountain and you look around and it's pretty empty. I can honestly tell you, it was a big deal. In fact, I'm going to celebrate it tonight. I said to my daughters and my wife, Chinese meal on me. Why? Because I'm going to just celebrate this status. It could even be dropped in the next few months or so. I don't really care, but I've got it. I might as well celebrate it. And life can be like that. You can break your bollocks trying to get somewhere or get something, and you get there. And it's like a French kiss at a family reunion. It just does not go down well. And so there I was, and I had it. You know what? I haven't even looked at the award for a week. I said, no, it's too many bad memories of breaking my arse trying to get this accreditation. Now I have it. It's like being a child. I don't want it now. Do you ever experience that with your children? Oh, there you go. There you go. I've given it to you. I don't want it now. It's like, well, Mark, you need to get your fucking act together because you have it now and you might as well make the most of it. So tomorrow I shall approach it with fresh eyes. I shouldn't say it, but if I lose this accreditation at this point now, I don't fucking care. I don't need it. I don't need it. So look, whatever you're up to, you can aspire to things, but just be careful what you wish for, as they say. Because now I'm kind of going, okay, I've got this, but in order to keep it going, I have to do this, that, bollocks. Fuck that for a game of soldiers. Anyway, I just came in for the heat, I guess, and, talk to me. Reach out. I'll be there. Like Michael Jackson. I'll be there. If he ever doesn't love you, I'll be there. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be really worried now. He turns around and there's an 11-year-old boy with an afro. Yeah, I'm sure he was really threatened that Michael Jackson would be there. I'm not making sense now, am I?